Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I do my fake tan. This is my fake tan at the moment. I am my summer shade now. I'm going to be showing you today how I fake tan so that I can be my summer skin tone the whole year round. I am Asian, so I do tan a bit in summer. So I go to about this skin tone, a little bit darker in summer. You'll see on my Instagram, like my skin tone, there's a variation going on. Because summer I obviously tan, even though sun protection. So yeah, when it's winter time, I'm obviously not in the sun as much, and I still want to be my summer color because I feel like it looks best. I have a cheer comp today, so I'd like to be glowy and bronzed for it, and so I thought I would fake tan as I usually do for a cheer comp for you guys, and show you how I do it. Obviously this is like a summer skin tone for me. I'm like really trying to accentuate here that we're not trying to be a skin tone that you couldn't achieve naturally or looks unnatural for yourself. You want to be, this is called a fake tan, not a fake ethnicity change. Do you know what I mean? So today I'm going to be using the Bondi Sands, the Australian Tan Ultra Dark Self-Tanning Foam. Bondi Sands Bondi Sands has a lot of different products, but I've always gone for the self-tanning foam. It's just a classic, and this is the Ultra Dark on me after like 3.5 hours. I could have left it on for more, but I'll talk about it in the video about how I do it. I think that's enough rambling for the intro. I hope you like the video. I literally show you every step of me tanning. So if you want to see how I usually do my fake tan, then please keep on watching. Actually, I forgot to also say that I do fake tan the perimeters of my face, and it looks really crazy when I'm doing it, but just remember that this is the end result and it ends up looking like normal with the rest of my body when it washes off. So trust the process. I'm going to look really like what's going on when there's like brown splotches on my face, but we got to this in the end, so it's not a big deal. Just trust the process. It's going to be fine. It's going to get to this. So, hey guys, so to get started, I don't tan with any makeup on my face. So obviously my face is clean and dry, and also I've washed my body and I've done all the shaving that I want to do, because if you shave with your tan on, you'll take the tan off. So I always shave beforehand. I've had a wash. There's no moisturizer on my body or anything. I'm clean and I'm dry now. And yeah, this is my pasty self. And I'm going to go in with the Bondi Sands, the Australian Tan in the shade Ultra Dark. I always go for Ultra Dark just because I feel like the undertones of this suits my skin tone best. Also, before I tan, I always take off any jewelry because I don't want that getting caught up in my tan. So I'm just going to take off my necklace. One sec. Just because I don't want the jewelry to react weirdly with the tan. Like, you don't know how the chemicals of the tan might react with your jewelry. And also because I don't want to have like a circle of my necklace in the middle of my chest when I fake tan. So I just take it all off. Usually, obviously, I don't wear swimmers when I'm tanning, but I wanted to show you guys, so that's how we're going to do it. And then I just grab some pumps directly onto my mitt. By the way, my mitt is also from Bondi Sands, but you can get any mitt. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And I go straight in. I've also moisturized the areas of my body that can get a little drier the day before. So like any elbows, knees, areas that can like kind of be a little bit more dry. I made sure the day before to moisturize those so that the tan wouldn't like cling to dry patches as much. It's not that big of a deal, and if you do get like dry patches on your elbow, you can just exfoliate or like put a little bit of moisturizer on, and it stops the tan from like overdeveloping in those areas. Otherwise you might end up with like a particularly orange elbow or like knee or something. So I'm just going to go with about 3 pumps on each of my arms. I'm very generous with the tan, and I just go in with it everywhere, obviously, because I would like to be bronzed all over. They do have other shades in like this Bondi Sands formula. They also have like just a dark, but I go for the Ultra Dark just because like I feel like the dark doesn't do as dark of a tan as I'm looking for, and I like the undertones of the Ultra Dark best on me, so that's why I choose that shade. Most of the girls on my cheer team go with Bondi Sands just because it's quite affordable for what you're getting, and also it like isn't patchy, and it gives a good shade and lasts well, and yeah, we all rate it. So most of the girls on my team do go for Bondi Sands. Some people use other brands, but I'm a Bondi Sands girl. So that's my arms done. That looks kind of funky. Also, when I'm doing my hands, I don't add an additional pump of tan onto my mitt. I just grab the dirty mitt, because obviously this side is dirty, and I just wipe it down my hands to make sure that my hands are like tanned but not too tanned, because if you go in with a whole pump all over your hands, you'll probably end up with orange hands. So yeah, that's how I do my hands. And I also keep one side of the mitt dirty and one side of the mitt clean, so I can go in with the clean side to like blend in between my fingers if I want. I'm not going to be that careful about it today because I'm just tanning for a cheer comp, so no one's going to be looking in between my fingers. I don't really mind, but that is how I would like perfect in between my fingers if I was going to somewhere where I cared a little bit more about like the little details like that. So I would just go in with the clean side and just make sure it's like a bit more blended in between there, and you can kind of perfect it like that. I also don't tan the underside of my hands because that, like, if you're in the sun, it's not like the underneath of your hands tans that much anyway. So I just leave those pasty and white. I'm going in on my tummy now. I'm going with like 4 pumps. You can also do 2 layers. Oops. I don't know if I'll do 2 layers today. We'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to rub it everywhere. I wore a black bikini because I didn't want to stain like a cute one. And black is black, so it's not going to get stained. So I just rub it everywhere. I kind of do, as you can tell, like a circular motion when I'm applying the tan, just so that like it doesn't have like streaky lines in it as much. And if I find that a particular area is looking streakier, you can always go over and just like pat it to finesse it. But it doesn't matter that much because I feel like it always ends up looking quite even anyway. I'm going to go in with 3 pumps on the top of my chest here. Oops. That was not smart. Just wipe that up. I'm going to clean that up better later. Oops. Usually I'm not as crazy with the tan. Anyway, so that's how I'm going to do the chest area. I'm just going to go all over. I find that the chest at the front here, like where your necklace kind of sits, sometimes doesn't grip the tan as nicely. And so if it's not gripping as much, you can always just pat it, and then by patting it, kind of pats it onto the skin. And then you're not like rubbing it round and round and round endlessly. Let's try and clean that up a bit. I need a damp cloth for that. Anyway, I'm going up my neck as well, and I go like all the way up and then to like just following my jawline there with the tanning mitt. I do not use fake tan on my face just because I feel like that doesn't look very good. But what I do is, obviously this is the dirty side of my mitt, I draw lines down the outer areas of my face like this, and it looks really messy now, but obviously I'm gonna like wear a load of foundation today anyway, but it just kind of like bronzes up the parameters of the face so that it looks a little bit more glowy without like becoming too brown. So I just do it like that, and I just end up looking really dirty, but it's fine because, you know, it is what it is. Also, this tan on the face, it doesn't last as long as the tan on the body, because when you tan your body, kind of lasts like a week or 2, but if I tan my face, it lasts like a couple of days because I wash my face like more frequently than my body, or like better. I don't know. I focus more on my face. Now I'm going to do like 5 pumps over the leg. I try and like count the pumps so that I can mirror it on each side. So yeah, if I do 5 pumps on one leg, I'll try and do 5 pumps on the other leg, just rubbing it downwards. And if I make any lines, like let's make a line. There's a line there. I don't know if you can see that. I can just like blend it out and pat over it so that it looks more even. I'm going to go right up here and all the way down the leg. For the foot, I do the same thing as I do for the hand, where I just don't take a new pump on the mitt, and I just take the dirty mitt and wipe it down the foot, and then I use the clean side to blend along any like areas like the toes and thing. I do not tan underneath my foot because who's going to see that? No one. So I usually don't even tan my actual foot. I usually just go to like, I don't know if you can see, like just the ankle there, where like the sock would end, because it's not that big of a deal. I'm tanning for a cheer comp, so I'm wearing cheer shoes. But if you're going to go to the beach or are wearing shoes that you can see your whole foot, you might want to tan your whole foot. But it's not a problem for me because it's comp time. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way 5 pumps looks today. See, that's the after. That's before. Also, the brown that you can see all over me now is just the indicator color. So when you apply the fake tan, it comes out brown, but that's only the indicator color, and that washes off when you wash off the tan after you've let it sit for a bit. The real color of the tan is not developed yet, and that will take time to develop, and it will oxidize in the next like 4 to 8 hours. How long do they say on the bottle? At least 6 hours, they say. I'm probably only going to sit in this for like 4 hours today because I don't have time, and I'll get tan, but like not as tan as I could be if I had waited the proper 6 hours. But sometimes, to be honest, when I'm feeling like I really want to go for it, I will just like put on the tan and sleep in it overnight, because once it stops oxidizing, it's not going to get any darker. Like it gets to a certain point and that's as dark as it gets. So you can really just sit in it overnight. It doesn't really matter. You can get one of those like tansies, or just change your sheets if you think it's going to like ruin your sheets. And yeah, I just tan overnight most of the time, because then I don't walk around like this all day. And also, it's really easy because you just wake up in your tan, you shower, and you're ready to go. And you don't have to wait like 6 hours or anything, because it happened while you were asleep. I like to also tan while I'm sleeping, because then I get the maximum like darkness from the tan, because obviously I'm only going to be tanning for like 4 hours today. I'm not going to get as dark as this like layer of tan could possibly get me. So it's not like the ultimate darkness that I could get out of this tan, but I'm kind of like just gonna go with this. So this is layer 1. You can go in for a second layer, and I think because I'm going to be tanning more quickly today, like I'm only going to be giving myself like maximum 4 hours to sit in this tan, I might do a second layer just to make sure that I'm super dark, as dark as I can get in 4 hours. So it says step 1, for an even streak-free tan, ensure your skin is clean, exfoliated, and free of any moisturizers. We did that. Step 2, pump foam applicator firmly and apply Bondi Sands self-tanning foam liberally to tanning mitt, and using long sweeping motions to legs, arms, and body. Use remaining residue on tanning mitts for face, elbows, and knees. We did that. And then step 3 is leave foam on skin for at least 6 hours. Oops. And then shower with warm water and gently pat skin dry. If you want the longest lasting tan, reapply Bondi Sands Ultra Dark Self Tanner foam 30 minutes after initial application. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disappear for 30 minutes and I'll come back and do layer 2, because I'm only going to be seeing this for 4 hours instead of 6, and then I'll show you guys layer 2. See you in a bit. Hey, okay, so it's been a bit of time now, and so I'm back for round 2. I've got my mitt again, and which is the wet side? That's the dirty side. Okay. Also, I did my back off camera, but I'll show you guys how I do my back on camera in a bit. I'll just like talk some more and then we'll get to it. So here is the difference between layer 1 and layer 2. Even though the indicator color is like going to wash off, it's a pretty good like show of what the color is going to be when it does develop. So hopefully it just ends up at like this color, which it probably will. I have a good idea of it because I do this kind of often. So yeah, I'm just going around on my tummy again. I find the second layer doesn't sit as well as the first layer just because it is the second one. So if you find that you are getting streaky looking, it doesn't really matter that much because the first layer was even, but like you can like tap it. Let's go in on the arms. So I'm just going to do 3 pumps. You can do less pumps on your second layer because it's like you've already got that first layer on. This is just like to really get it in, but as you can see it's like a little bit wetter looking on the second layer because the first layer is already like taking the absorbing part. Oh, gotta remember the armpits, otherwise you'll lift up your arm and have white armpits. Going down the elbow here. Yeah, I don't mind looking too dark because I'm going to be only in this for 4 hours, so it's not going to have as long to develop. Also, under the bright competition lights, I'm going to look super white anyway. Like, competition lights really wash everything out. You could be like an NC40. I'm talking like foundation shades from MAC. If you're an NC40, you look like an NC20 on your competition photos because you just get super washed out under the bright like stage lights. So I'm not stressed. It's like, you know, you do heavy contour because you want to look contoured on the stage lights. It's not because like you're walking around every day with that level of makeup on. I'm just doing my fingers again down the sides. If the details of my hands end up look orange today, it's not a stress, but like if you do care, if you're going like, I don't know, maybe a formal or something, you want your fingers to look nice, just something to keep in mind. Don't probably do a second layer on your hands, but I will because it's a comp and no one's going to see that. I'm just going to look like a pale white blob in the distance. Hopefully a tan white blob in the distance this time. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to pat that in to make sure there's no streaks or anything. There we go. Let's do the chest now. Oops. I don't really know how many uses you get out of a bottle of Bondi Sands. So many people ask me that. I don't know how many uses I get out of one bottle because I've never counted and I always forget how many times I've used that bottle before I get a new one. So yeah, I've gone through many bottles though because obviously it does run out, but I'm not sure how many uses are in a bottle. Also, if you are tanning in like something with straps like I am today, remember to move your straps so that you can make sure there's no tan lines when I'm off camera, like after I finish showing you guys. I'm just going to blend my straps so that it's all smooth. And then I'm going to go in on the back. Now, my top tip on the back is to go in different angles. So first of all, I'm going to do the back, like in between my bikini bottoms and the straps there. That's pretty easy to get that area in my opinion. You can also get one of those like back tanning sticks. So it's like a stick with a mitt on the end and then you can like rub a dub dub. But I don't have one of those and I don't really feel the need. So then I just grab whatever's left over on the mitt and get like that shoulder armpit area. And then what I do is I might get like another pump. Oops. Maybe I'm running out or it's a bad angle. That looks like about a pump. And then I'll just go in like this on, this is looking really patchy, but I'll blend it off camera. Just like that for the bottom. And then I'll do like that for the top. And then just like work on it until it looks even. And also I have a mirror over there, so I like to look in the mirror and make sure that it's looking okay. Let's do a bit on the face like that. Yeah. I'm not too stressed about how the face looks because I'll be doing a full competition face. So it's not like anyone's going to see this anyway. It's just like a little bit of underneath contour. Just want to give myself a brown nose really. And then is my back looking even? Oh yeah, that's not too bad actually. And then I just take whatever's remaining on the mitt for the shoulder. I never grab more for the shoulder just because, I don't know, I always find that whatever's on my mitt is enough for that like small area there. Let's blend that one. That look bad in the mirror. No, it's fine. The second layer will look more patchy than the first layer just because the first layer is already down and absorbed. It like always looks smoother. So blend more on the first layer. Second layer, you can get away with more streaks. So if you want to leave it streaky for the second layer, it's not as big of a deal. I'm just like showing you guys today what I would do. But sometimes I leave it streakier and it's not a big deal. It's never really been an issue for me where it comes out streaky or uneven. Bondi Sands tan is pretty good about coming out consistent. So I will probably end up this color if I did sleep in it for like overnight, like 8 hours or something. But I probably won't just because today I'm only going to be in it for 4. But also another thing is the color that you wash off to be isn't the color that you'll stay. So tan obviously takes time to oxidize. So after the first 24 hours, I feel like even after you've washed off the indicator color, you are still oxidizing. So I feel like the true tan that you're going to stay for the next 2 weeks is actually revealed 24 hours. I can't remember how many pumps I did on the other leg. Do about that much. The true color that you're going to stay of tan happens about 24 hours after you've applied. So this time tomorrow, I'll be totally oxidized to the color that I'm going to stay, and it will be darker than the color I will be today. So tonight I'll be darker than I am in 4 hours, but tomorrow morning I will be like at the maximum true color, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you want to tan and you'd like really want the darkest tan, I would recommend doing it the day before and then sleeping in it and then waiting 24 hours and then you'll be your tannest color. So if I was going to an event on Saturday night, I would optimally tan on Friday night, and then by the time Saturday night I'd be tannest, or even Thursday night because probably not gonna change that much in between. Yeah, that is the second layer. Also when I tan, I only want to tan to like my darkest summer shade. I don't want to tan to be like a different ethnicity, so this tan will look like my tan summer self. If you go back in my videos you'll see me, but like don't tan if it's going to look like really odd on you, because what's the point? It's not even your skin tone. You don't want to be like brown unnecessarily. That's not your skin tone. Is that patchy? There we go. There we go. Now I'm my summariest, tannest self, and that's the second layer. So see you later. I'm going to be marinating like this for 4 hours now. Ignore my face. It looks really crazy, but this is the part that we're tanning. It'll wash off anyway, so it is what it is. Actually, I forgot to let you guys know, they recommend waiting like 15 to 30 minutes before putting clothes on if you want to walk around in your tan. Probably wait 15 to 30 minutes just so you're like not as tacky. Also, I heard some of my friends like to put baby powder over their tan. I've never tried that personally, but if you put baby powder over it, then you're not as tacky and then you can go about your day a little bit more normally. Also, another thing is don't wet your tan while it's oxidizing. So for the next 4 hours, I'll try not to like get in contact with, like, I won't do my washing right now because anything wet is gonna like wipe it right off. You're gonna get tan on whatever is wet, and the tan is gonna like have a missing mark. So if I splashed water on myself, it would make water splashes on my skin, which is not what I want. But yeah, just like try and be like this for as much as you can for like the best tan. I'm actually gonna hop into my onesie now because it'll cover my full body, and then I can like pretty much go about my day almost as usual until it's time to wash it off. Also, here's some special footage of Brandy sleeping. Also, I wanted to mention that, of course, the Bondi Sands tan does have a scent. It's not like an extremely negative scent, in my opinion. I don't mind it. It's just like that classic fake tan coconut kind of scent. I don't mind it. I think the coconut smell kind of masks the like, I don't know, wheaty tan, fake tan smell. But my parents don't like the smell, and a lot of my friends don't like it. But a lot of my friends do like the smell, and it reminds them, and it reminds me of like fun times, going out clubbing, competitions, stuff like that. But my dog, as you can tell, she does not mind the smell, and she's a beagle, and she's supposed to have a sensitive snout, so she doesn't mind the smell. She still hangs out with me, so if that gives you an indication of how bad the smell is, in my opinion, it's not that bad, and Brandy doesn't think it's bad either. Good morning. She doesn't care that it's the daytime. She's gonna snooze in bed all day. Hello. Oh, so tired. Oh, so tired. Okay, so it's pretty much time for me to go wash off my fake tan that I've got underneath my onesie. As you can see, it's important to wear something that you don't really care about because you can kind of tell there's like tan that's transferred onto my onesie. That's just the indicator color. I don't usually have issues where my tan has like come off in the shape of my outfit. I also wear clothes that are loose, like obviously my onesie's loose. The elastic on the wristbands isn't like tight on me or anything. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're wearing clothes over your fake tan. As you marinate, make sure you're wearing something loose that you don't care about, that isn't going to, impact your tan too much, and you're not going to ruin your clothes too much. Also, I wanted to mention that I actually never personally have an issue removing fake tan from my clothes. Like on the inside right now, there is a little bit of the like indicator color on the inside of my onesie, but I never have an issue. I just chuck this in the wash and it comes out every time. So I don't really find it an issue, but still keep it in mind if it's like something precious. But like, I don't mind if this gets stained, but it's never been permanently stained, so it's not an issue that I've had. Okay, so I just hopped out of the shower. I can take my hair out of the bun now. By the way, I always do my fake tan with my hair up out of the way, because imagine you've got wet sticky tan and then your hair's getting in it. Yuck. I don't want tan in my hair and hair in my tan. So I always put my hair up when I'm tanning. So that's another thing I do. But yeah, I just hopped out of the shower. As you can see, my face looks much less crazy now. The reason I tan my face a little bit is so that when I'm not wearing makeup, it looks more like my body. Otherwise, my face is going to be like super white compared to my body. This is what my tan looks like. It looks like I have a natural sun-kissed glow. It looks like my summer self, even though it's winter, which is what I'm going for. As I mentioned, I don't want to look like I'm a different ethnicity. I want to be myself, but in summer without the sun damage. So that's what we've got today, and I'm so happy. It will develop a little bit darker, even more over the next 24 hours, as I mentioned, which I'm like excited for. But it's not going to get like ridiculously dark. It's just going to get like maybe a shade or two darker, which is fine. This is what the legs look. Also, ignore my nails because my hands are like really dry, but this is what my hands look like after. So they're tanned, but like not anything crazy. Also, if I wanted them to be darker, obviously, they would develop more over time, and I could have left that tan on for longer, but you get the vibe. And this is what the other leg looks like. It's all nice and even. And yeah, I'm really happy about it. This is what the back looks like. Yay. And yeah, that's the finished tan. I'm ready to go to my comp now. Wish me luck. Hey besties, I'm just popping in to show you what my tan looks like. Totally oxidized. It's a day later, so I filmed the previous clips on Sunday like morning, and it is now Monday night. This is what the tan has developed to. Oh, I thought I'd like injured myself. See how it's a little crusty on the elbow? The more you moisturize, the less likely that's going to happen. It's not too bad when I stretch it out though, so not too bad. This is the ending color. This is what my legs look like. That's what my back looks like. So yeah, my face is like this without makeup. As you can tell, it just looks like a bit more like tan and glowy than usual. So, but that is the final tan. That's all I have to say. It's like a little bit darker than it was yesterday, and like you can see, I didn't really do a great job of around my hands. Actually, it's not too bad. It's just like I do this, and so I didn't like blend in between my thumb as much as I should have. Don't look, it's bad. But anyway, it's fine. It's not a big deal with my hands because I was tanning for a comp, and I always have to tuck my thumbs in to be clean for the comp. So if my hands like that all the time, no one really cares. Also, I thought I'd show you, this is what my tan line looks like. So it's nothing crazy. It's a little bit of a tan, but like nothing outlandish that like is totally different to like something my natural skin tone could achieve. Also, top tip is to extend the length of your tan so it stays on you for longer. I definitely recommend moisturizing. I'm going to be moisturizing my legs immediately just with some random like body lotion. Just maintain the moisture in your skin so that your skin holds on to that tan for longer. That's my tip, is moisturize to keep your tan for a longer time. It'll be less patchy. You know, it will last for longer and take longer to like start crackling off weirdly and like crinkling, if that makes sense. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know what you'd like to see from me in future down below. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me, and I'll catch you in a future video soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.